Guys, it's Lauren here, just popping in today to share a layout using the Hip Kit Club August kit. This is full of beautiful Willow Lane and Maggie Holmes Willow Lane and Amy Tangerine Shine On, and I've decided to set myself a little bit of a challenge with getting these beautiful kits from the Hip Kit Club, and that every kit I'm going to attempt to make a masculine layout, and that's using products that you would not using products that you would think sometimes wouldn't be very masculine to create a masculine layout. So this is what I've done today. The challenge for me was to use only the main kit for the Hip Kit Club. So that's my challenge here today. So I've pulled out the pieces from the main kit and I'm just using that to create this layout for you today. That can be really tricky when you when you subscribe to the other kits as well, because all those beautiful products you just want to grab and incorporate into your layout. But I thought everyone's up for a little challenge, and sometimes, although it can be tricky, it's certainly nice when you achieve it in the end. So I'm scrapbooking today this photo of my gorgeous 18-year-old son growing up fast and, you know, doing all those 18-year-old things and working, and as I take more and more photos of him, I'm just so surprised that he's turned into a wonderful young man. So this photo is to celebrate him, and I really wanted to challenge myself in making a masculine layout. So I've used that beautiful Amy Tangerine piece as the background there with the little hand-drawn star accents, and I've pulled out all the cream and black tones out of the embellishment kit, the frames, and not the embellishment kit, sorry, excuse me, the ephemera kit and the frames that came in the main kit, and just pulled out some of those pieces as you saw me cutting on that sort of tapestry piece there. That was hard to cut into because on the reverse side are those gorgeous little sayings. It's like sort of scripty banners that I really loved. I just want to fussy cut all of those and keep them in a little stash somewhere so I can incorporate them in oodles of layout. But I really wanted to challenge myself here and you know, create that layout that's really masculine for my gorgeous boy. So as you can see, when I started here, I had a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do, create a masculine layout only using the main kit, but I didn't know how I wanted to put it together. I hadn't been flicking through Pinterest or Instagram to get some inspiration or to find some things to sort of, you know, push the boundaries a little bit creatively. I just wanted to go with it. I just wanted the kit itself to inspire me, and it's just so beautiful that it easily did that. So I want to use some black gesso there so I could add some mixed media products to the layout. So I've just used, I think that one is, it's a Dina Wakley black gesso there, which is really fabulous for this, because by doing that, not only has it primed my page to add other mixed media elements, it's also acted as a paint and has been able to blend out quite easily that section there, which really makes my photo pop off the page. These gorgeous clear gold accent stickers are just stunning, but I knew that if I sat those stickers alone onto the black gesso, I would lose them a bit. So what I've done here is I'm just backing them on some white cardstock, and I'm going to fussy cut them out, and all of a sudden I've created these gorgeous gold ephemera pieces that I can incorporate into the layout and help build that cluster that I want to do to really pop that photo off the page. So that's all I'm doing here. I didn't end up using them all. The rest are kept safely there for the next layout. to do something special with. And yeah, but I'm super excited because shortly I will be receiving the September Hip Kit Club kits to work with. And I've got still so many goodies left over from the August kit. It's going to be really tricky to set them aside and start working with the September kit. But from what I've seen, I've watched a couple of unboxings, and what I've seen from the photos, I think I'll be able to conquer that challenge quite easily and enjoy that September kit to its fullest potential. So I look forward to you guys coming on that journey with me. Do you have boys? Do you like to scrapbook boys or the special men in your life? How do you find ways of incorporating, you know, like it's hard to find boy ranges. And so I want to know, do you guys like to scrap masculine layouts? Do you find ways to use feminine products or feminine papers and embellishments in a masculine way? This is going to be a bit of a challenge for me. I've personally sort of said every kit, this is like an internal thing, this is nothing formalised. It gives me a bit of flexibility if I'm saying it's not formalised. I'm going to really challenge myself with each kit, even if it's really girly. I'm going to try and find a way to create and scrapbook my boys using those elements and create a masculine layout. So I need as many tips and tricks from you guys as I can to help me complete this challenge whilst I'm, you know, fortunate enough to sit on the design team for the Hip Kit Club. So please, in the comments below, throw them at me. Throw out your ideas on how to make these gorgeous feminine products masculine. Tips and tricks, I want to know it all, so let me know. So here you can see I'm just mounting my photo with the frame. I knew that I love to add lots of layers. They don't have to stand out. As you can see, just a small strip down the side has been enough there. I just like to add those thin layers, and I love little tags poking out. So I've simply used the back piece of a, I think it was like the ephemera pack or something like that. It was just the backing card that held the product, and using a tag that I'd already had in my belongings, I just used it as a bit of a template and created my own tag. I have the We Are Memory Keepers hole reinforcing punch, which is really handy. I just punched that out in black. So I had those couple of tones quickly and easily whipped into a tag that helped coordinate my layout all together there. So I encourage you to, you know, make a few little tags. Just grab one that you've got as a template, trace it, cut it, and make yourself one night, just sit down while you're watching TV and make yourself a bunch of tags, and you will have a great stash there just to incorporate, build your clusters with, and tuck little hidden journaling and things like that, for your layout. So, you know, I'm sure everyone has got a whole bunch of 6x6 paper pads that they haven't used and are thinking, when am I going to use that? It's a perfect thing. Punch out some tags, cut out some tags, and build a stash of goodies that can easily be used on layouts as just that hidden layers, hidden dimension there. I really kind of wanted to play around with some cotton just to sort of mystify the background a little bit more. So I pulled out some white cotton and some black cotton, which, as you'll see, I don't end up using, but I just felt like I really wanted to make this layout magical and sort of blend him into the background, because the pattern cardstock in the back is kind of like stars, and I know they're quite clustered together, but it really lent itself to looking out at the night sky, and so I really wanted to try and blend that in as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm just placing down those gorgeous gold accents that I've made by fussy cutting them out from the white cardstock, maximising the circular featured ones by cutting them in half and only using half, because as I just said, I love things poking out, and so just using half is a great trick, and I know I've got the other half of that one to incorporate somewhere else. And just those gorgeous little tiny leaves and flower accents there. This layout is really quite simple, and the techniques that I'm using and what I'm doing here now could really be incorporated in any colour scheme. Any element in the remainder of the kit, you could do this similar technique. Instead of black gesso, use white gesso. You can even use clear gesso and then add your spritzers and sprays, the goodies that you get in the colour kit if you subscribe to the colour kit, and create your own background to really blend in your background. So if you've enjoyed watching this and are a bit intrigued by the way I've created my background there, I want you to just give it a go. Use white gesso, clear gesso, acrylic paint will even do the job. I used just a foam makeup sponge. I knew black would be probably a little bit tricky to clean out, so just a cheap makeup sponge there. Just picked that up from, I don't know, just a little cheapy shop there, and I don't have any guilt whatsoever once I had blended that background out to throw it away. Or I actually think that one did wash up quite well and is still quite soft and spongy, so I'll probably use that for another black kind of feature somewhere along the lines. But if it's cheap, you can justify having a good splodgy black session and not feel too bad. Whereas if it was your Tim Holtz blending tool or something, you might hesitate a little, because they're not so cost effective, but they blend really well, so it's sort of a necessity. But for this page, the black gesso and the little sponges, there I am just adding out a little bit extra to sort of blend that out a bit more, just using some gold heart there, metallic hearts out of the little sticker pad that we got. And I really wanted to add some journaling in white. Now this layout had those couple of little black sections. Adding the journaling helped blend the background from the photo into the background, and so you'll see me putting journaling in several places just to do that. What also that does is when you're flicking through the album, it draws your eyes around the layout when you have journaling in different spots. When people are looking at it, they read that little bit, then they pop over to the other side and they read that little bit, and then they pop down the bottom and read that little bit. So also, whilst getting to enjoy the memory, and I will, as I enjoy this layout for years to come, you also are shining a light on those little detailed pieces that you've popped in, those gold hearts, those gold clear stickers that I've put on the white cardstock, that little tag that I've used out of the ephemera piece. Just, it really draws your eye and highlights those tiny little features that you add on, which often are those tiny little features that really make you love your layout and enjoy the creative process. So I think it's just a white uni ball pen, and I'm just going to finish it off with a couple of little splatters of the gold Heidi shine there to finish it off, and help with a bit of contrast there and make sure that gold's really popping out. So there you have it. I really hope you love my layout. It's a little bit different, I know, but I really enjoyed playing along with the black gesso and finding a way to create a masculine layout using this kit. If you love my style, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you feel free to share this layout as well with your other scrappy friends. And yeah, take care. Bye.